Hi everybody, I'm hoping you can see my screen. I'm doing tonight's webinar because Sue is actually at a meetup group in London tonight. Can anyone just type into the chat room that you can see the screen all right and you see Jeunesse information webinar with Sue's name underneath? That would be helpful. If you can do that, then that would be great. And then I'll crack on and start the program. Okay, so I'm going to go on anyway, and we'll get to it. So tonight's webinar is actually about this latest promotion that Jeunesse is doing, which is actually designed to, well, essentially help you to develop your business much more quickly. And they do these things in order to essentially create much more new business than they've got at the moment. As you know, last year the revenue stream ended up at 1.1 billion. This year we're looking at 2 billion. This promotion is designed to actually help the company to reach that. So if you could just stick in chat that you can hear me okay, that would be really helpful. And we can take it on from there. Okay, let me just page down and we'll go on to the next slide and take it up so that you can see everything. Let me just get back to it. Here we go. So this is a system promotion designed for Europe. It's already running in the US. They're a month in front of us. I don't know what the early results are like, but I suspect they'll be great. As you will see as I go through this, that the promotion itself is really quite remarkable. It's designed, as I say, to accelerate growth and recruitment, particularly, is an extremely important thing. Sue and I have been in this business for a very long time, and the Jeunesse is the company that has actually put itself together in a way which is aggressively working promotional type incentives in order to help people to grow their business. So as we can see here, it says earn cash rewards, prizes, rapid growth, rapid rewards. It makes a difference. And actually these are not difficult to hit, as you will see. So here we go. Promotion period, June 1st through to August 31st. And really you won't have seen anything like this. Even if you're brand new to Jeunesse, if you've been in any other kind of networking business, you will notice that this is something that other companies just simply don't do. You can benefit from this exceptionally quickly, and especially achieving relatively straightforward and not difficult to achieve rank advancements. They're not difficult to achieve, even without the incentives. But these are designed to keep you focused upon sharing with other people in a way which will create new business for the company and for yourself. And that in turn creates income, rapidly growing income. So let's have a look at it. Here we go. Ignite your business potential cumulative payouts. And that's the key word here, potential, because it's all dependent on what you actually do. And as you can see from this matrix, if you're starting today as a brand new distributor, I'm sure you understand that going to executive means that really all you actually have to do is to share with 2 other people who create 100 CV each, and that turns you into an executive. That means that the company's going to say, look, if you do that in your first 7 days, rather than drifting on over the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever, then we're going to give you an extra bonus. We're going to double the normal bonus for you. Because it goes for $50 and a $25 bonus credit for product purchases either at the Expo in Orlando, which is later in the year, or the Jeunesse University in Berlin later this year. And then if you continue to achieve what's shown in this matrix, you can actually have up to $3,550 in cash bonuses. Now, I should just mention that these are all in dollars because the US dollar is the global currency that Jeunesse uses, and it's much easier to talk about that than it is to try and convert it, particularly here in Europe, where we have, it's in the UK, we have sterling, pounds, but in Europe we have euros. So what we haven't done is make the euro and pound equivalents. We're just going to show this in dollars. It's up to you to decide to work it out in your own currencies and what that exchange might be. So the company's not saying, however, that if you don't achieve it in your first 7 days, that's the end of it. There's no cutoff in that respect. What it's saying is, if you don't do it in your first 70 days, but you do it in your 90 days, so you've got 3 months in which to do it, we'll still give you $25 to do it. So they're still making an incentive, because remember this, the core for the companies, from the company's perspective of the activity, is to drive it to the $2 billion this year. Let me repeat what happened. 1.1 billion at the end of last year, fastest ever company in direct selling history to reach that figure. In just 6 years, they've gone from 0 to $1.1 billion. Looking to double the revenue this coming year. Now that's a massive, massive goal the company set for itself. And given that it's achieved, it will be another record. And what they're saying is, we want you to share in the records. And that's why these incentives are in place. So they're not, however, saying, well, if you miss the 7 days, that's it, you don't get a second bite of the cherry. They're going to actually give you up to 90 days. The only thing is, it halves the bonus. But hey, I don't think that's particularly punishing in that respect. And if you work through the way these bonuses actually work, then it'll take you up to $3,550 in total over that 90-day period. Now, just by rule of thumb, that's going to be around about, this is going to be just over £2,000 in sterling, somewhere in the region of nearly 3,000 euros over that 90-day period for simply achieving what you see on this page. So don't get too hung up on the descriptions of the ranks on the left-hand side, because I'm going to cover what they mean in a minute, and the detail of how you achieve those ranks and what it means in terms of the bonuses. But as an overview, this is what it means. Moving to Jade Executive, and you do that in 30 days, which is not impossible, as you will see in a moment. It's actually quite straightforward if, and I'll repeat that word, if you do what you need to do in order to make this actually happen. And that basically means getting in touch with your people that you already know and using your upline. And in this call, that means us. Use your upline to help you to connect with those people in the most effective way to take you towards a Jade Executive. That principle, in other words, using your upline, holds true for whatever rank you're shooting for, whether it's Jade, Pearl, or Sapphire, or indeed beyond that. Use the upline, because the upline has skill and experience, certainly in our case anyway, we have those two things, that you may not have unless you've been in this business for a very long time, in which case, tell me, because I'll be very happy to learn from you. What I'm saying here is use your upline, and the very simple reason for this is your upline is unimpeachable in terms of their knowledge and what they say to someone you know. Remember this, the psychology is straightforward again. The psychology is people who know you and that you want to share this opportunity with based on their perception of you. If you introduce them to me and I talk to them about this opportunity, they can't judge me other than what I say to them and how I say it and the understanding that I impart to them in terms of what's available. They can only judge the information and the potential for them. They can't judge me in terms of, well, either negative or positive, other than the fact that hopefully I do a reasonable presentation for them. Out of the equation. That means their judgment of you doesn't matter. Now it's divorced from what's actually being said. So, coming back to Jade, 30 days, the column for 30 days, $500 bonus, and a $50 bonus credit to purchase again. Whatever those products are you choose at the Expo in Orlando or the Jeunesse University in Europe, which is going to be in Berlin, and you'll see how you can get to Berlin for free, or indeed to get to the Orlando Expo for free, and that will become clear in a little while. So 500 in the 30 days, 250 in the 90 days. You're getting the measure of the way this works now. Yeah. Come on to what these mean in a moment. Do it in 60 days, it's $1,000 and one night at the hotel for the Jeunesse University in Europe, in the hotel. It's in Berlin. I don't know if many of you will have been to Berlin. I'm actually sure some of you on this call may well live in Germany and know Berlin well. It's a place to go and get experience and enjoy, and it's going to be an unbelievable event. There'll be 5,000 plus people there, maybe more than that, and there's nothing like an event of that scale to make people understand and realize the power of the business that we're actually involved in. If you miss it in the 60 days, the company's saying, well, okay, that's okay. Do it in 90, we'll give you 500. And to go to Sapphire, in the 90 days in total, we'll give you $2,000, a £200 airplane voucher for the Jeunesse University in Europe. That means pretty much anybody here in Europe can make it to Berlin and back for that price. Even if it's in fact probably less than that actually, because Europe's becoming a very low-cost destination, regardless of where you are. So, how do these actually practically work? Look at this just for a second. Ignite your business, the potential cumulative payouts over the 90 days. We add them all together, and it comes in at $3,550. Cash values for that. And it's all down to the fact that Jeunesse wants you to go out, stay focused, get to work, share this with people in a way which creates new business for the company overall, new business for you, and it gets them moving rapidly towards that goal, this year's goal, to hit the 2 billion mark by the end of the year. So, work fast. That's the essence of it. Work hard, earn your way to this really unforgettable opportunity. For someone coming into this business today, being given 90 days, they can create $3,500 in income, in cash bonuses, simply for doing what they need to do anyway. This is over and above the rewards you would ordinarily get. Hotel room, an airplane voucher to the next university here in Europe, and bonus credits towards your favorite products. So, how does all this work? New distributors who enroll during the promotion period will be qualified to get paid 2 levels of matching bonus for 60 days with the purchase of a Supreme package. Again, we'll come to the detail in a minute. 3 levels for 90 days and 3 levels of matching bonus for 180 days with an ambassador pack. Sorry, I should have mentioned jumbo pack. So we're going Supreme, jumbo, ambassador. Extra bonuses that you wouldn't ordinarily get for doing that. Current distributors can purchase an upgrade to ambassador pack to get paid 3 levels of matching bonus for 180 days. So in other words, if you haven't upgraded or you didn't upgrade as an initial distributor to ambassador when you first came in, if you do that, then you get that extra bonus available to you. So it's within your reach. It's within everybody's reach. All it takes is focus and determination and a plan to make it actually happen. So, number 1, for new distributors, get started enrolling during the promotion period, a Supreme package or higher in order to participate. Remember this, it's about volume, but it's about the desire and the willingness to go out and share this with other people as well. So anybody who's serious about this as a business will pick this up and make it happen, because the bonuses will more than cover the costs of the upgrade. So existing distributors who haven't will need to purchase the activation package or upgrade to ambassador package in order to participate. Existing distributors who have already purchased a Supreme or higher package are already eligible to participate. In other words, you're automatically enrolled. If you come in as a customer during the promotion period, you must purchase again a Supreme package or higher to participate before the distributor. Now that's aimed particularly at the UK market, where we have this 7-day rule. However, there's a sort of sidestep, a way around it, which is you can register as a customer and then upgrade to becoming a distributor. So you have to do the Supreme package in order to get to that role before upgrading to a distributor. In other words, if you buy a normal basic package distributor, but you don't upgrade to the Supreme package at the time you do the upgrade, you aren't enrolled in the promotion. You are enrolled in the promotion if when you do the upgrade, you do at least the Supreme package. So bear these thoughts in mind as you're working on your recruitment. Another reason, this is another reason to use your upline. Mistakes happen. And we can get around those mistakes if we have the experience, which we do, in order to make sure that you don't make that error, which is irreversible once it's done. Rank advancement. For the first time to executive, Jade, Pearl, or Sapphire in the months of June, July, or August. Those are key. If you go one of these rank advancements during September, they're not going to count back towards the promotion. Generating new PGV by sharing Jeunesse products with friends and family. So we'll come on to what that means in a minute. So here's the activation package for people who didn't do an upgrade to the Supreme pack or above in their initial period of being a distributor. The activation package for the skincare side of things, or well, you can see Luminesse, Luminesse serum, 2 of moisturizing complex, 2 of youth restoring cleanser, case of 24 Nevo of each of both peach, mango, and then lemon and ginger, and that gives 10 travel points to your sponsor, by the way, and a CV of 150. And the activation package nutritional, if what you're into is the nutritional side of things, then it gives you those things described there, as you can see: Reserve, Affinity, Nevo again, both types, and the 10 travel points. So it's actually not a huge amount of money in terms of the upgrade. Sorry, the activation. It's not a huge amount of money to activate. And when you consider the return, so if you're a distributor who didn't do one of the bigger packages when you first joined, you now elect to do an activation package, which is £198, pounds, about $300 thereabouts, slightly more than $300, but that's to access 3,550. So it doesn't seem to make an awful lot of. It's not a difficult judgment, is perhaps what I ought to say, because the return on that level of investment, potentially, again, with the caveat that you actually need to go out and do some work to make it happen. As long as you're doing that and you're determined to do that, you work with your upline to do that, this is a very, very good return on your investment. So let's come back to how it actually works. Step 1 on the left-hand column, rank advancements, as we've described: executive to Jade to Pearl to Sapphire. Step 2, generate 600 new PGV between now and the end of August, and there's a $25 bonus. So that's 600 PGV over 3 months, June, July, and August. That's 200 a month. So we're not looking at massive amounts of commitment here. We're not looking at massive amounts of activity other than the sharing process. And that's, again, I reiterate, repeat, emphasize, whatever way you like to view it, use us to help you do it, because that takes it away from you having to be the best salesperson in the world, etc. You can see in the second column the values to reach the levels that we've been talking about, all to be done by August the 31st. Sorry, June, July, yes, August. And that's how much, and then the cash bonus to be rewarded by that point. So, maximizing rewards. We've taken step 1 with rank advance. We've taken step 2, we've created the PGV. The dates to be completed by, as you can see, forget these: May 31st, June 30th, July 31st. Read for those June, July, and then August, because this slide actually hasn't been adjusted, but it relates to what's happening in the US. So where it says Jade May 31st, read June 30th. Pearl June 30th, read July 31st. Sapphire, read August 31st. The cash bonuses, self-explanatory. you have the desire, the focus, and you share this with us in a way which will help, enables us to help you, you can go Sapphire between now and the end of August. The speed, the additional speed multiplier prizes. This is in addition to the cash bonus. Executive. Receive an Expo branded travel portfolio and $25 bonus credit to purchase products at Expo Orlando. Well, that relies on you going to Orlando. 3 months between now and then to do it. Then really, if we're working together properly, executive's a simple process. It's really easy to do. You can do that in 7 days. Jade is simple to do. These are not difficult goals. Going to Jade, plus, again, and we're looking at the last column, an Expo branded backpack to tote all your Expo essentials, in other words, things to carry around. And then you've got the extra branded luggage to, in addition to your cash bonuses, to help you really back the course. So let's look at the detail. Jade, explaining Jade. Double your money, earning over $1,000 plus in prizes. So what is a Jade? Well, a Jade is you and 4 people that you've turned into distributors, and those people in turn having created some other distributors. 4 people directly sponsored by you who become distributors. They don't necessarily have to be executives at that stage. Here's how much it costs to do. Well, it's not a cost, actually, it's an investment. This is a business we're talking about. Your starter pack, a Supreme pack. This is for a brand new person. The total investment in your business opportunity is $549.95. If, and I know this is an if, but as long as you do executive in 7 days, it's a $50 bonus. Jade in the 30 days is $500. There's the cycles and the matching bonuses. The whole bonus adds up to $1,069. So you pretty much doubled your money. Not quite doubled your money. Based on that, based on the J recruitment cycle. So really, we're looking for 4 people that you know to become distributors, and in turn then become executives, and that promotes you to the Jade itself. Same principles apply. However, this is when you've sponsored 8 distributors, 4 of which are executive. That's why the white ones, they're the execs, and but you've personally sponsored 8 executives, 8 distributors yourself, who have sponsored 2 of their own. And then we're looking at the bonuses of $400, Pearl in 60 days $1,000. Whatever the cycles and the matching bonuses are, in addition, they're added, and that would actually be on top of it. Plus, of course, you get the Expo prizes and the travel points towards the Expo in Orlando, and I accept that you would have to get to Orlando to take advantage of it. Same principle still applies for a Sapphire. In this instance, you've got to have created 12 executives altogether, 3 in one leg, and well, the ratio can be 3 in one and 9 in the other. But essentially, it's at least 3 executives in the stronger leg and 9 in the other leg. And this will then give you at least $2,400 plus the normal bonuses that you would have had. These are not difficult. I'll put these slides up. They'll be on the replay of the webinar anyway, so you'll be able to read through these. But for any of you who want this actual slide, which is the fine print, I'm not going to go through this in great detail because you should read it anyway. But essentially, it means it puts some limits on exactly what you can do. Bonuses actually work because if you achieve the rank, or someone in your downline achieves the rank before you do, then there are things that you have to take account of. So if anybody's worrying about that, then please call us again. So, Expo, Disney World, Global Expo Empowerment Promotion, Wendy and Randy on the right, they'll be there. Scott and his wife on the left. Scott's a very powerful young man. I watched him on stage when we were in Rome, and he's 36 years old. And he really impressed me, because essentially what he said was, you know, I've got a 30-year run at this business. Think about that. As a young man at 36, he's saying he's going to give 30 years to this as a company. In the first 6 years, the company has set records. They've gone from zero. It's gone from 0 to 1.1 billion. What can be done in the next 30 years? And when you look at global trends, and you actually, if you look at global trends, something I do. I'm I'm one of these people who likes to know where the potential is. And I look at the trend in network marketing in particular, and what's happening each year, and it's growing at the rate of 6% a year across the globe. And there are some regulatory issues and some restricted markets which are now beginning to ease. Notably, India and China. 1.3 billion people in India, 1.6 billion people in China. They're the two biggest markets in terms of the number of people in the world. They are also the two most rapidly expanding markets. Let me take India as an example. 300 million middle class people in India, all of whom speak English. India is liberating in terms of capital restrictions and ownership, business ownership restrictions. We sit here in the UK with 64 million, whatever the number really is now, I don't know. It's not that many. All this hoo-ha about whether we're still going to be in the EU or not after the 23rd of June. What is clear, though, with a business like Jeunesse, which is already global, the opportunities that present themselves for growth in India and China alone are absolutely massive. And as those markets liberate, which they're doing, they're already doing, as they liberate more and more rapidly, growth in our overall industry is going to happen more rapidly. And Jeunesse, because of what it's already achieved, and the way the company has structured itself, the products it has, the goals it set for itself, the brilliance of the marketing plan, and just about everything that the company does, India and China are going to explode. And this is a business that people dismiss when they look at it from outside. From the outside looking in, they tend to sort of judge it on the basis of their own paradigm, which is always limited in relation to what can actually be achieved. Jeunesse does not do that. The guys who run this business don't do that. They recognize that this is a business for anybody who wants to take advantage of it. You don't need any skills here, you just need a willingness to learn and a desire to change the way your life is. And if you do that, you can build a global business, literally a global business. I don't know any other way of doing it, unless you've got a lot of money behind you, you've got to focus on something or a particular skill that actually sets you apart from everybody else in a way which the vast majority of us don't have. This is, for most people, the business that offers them the opportunity to completely and utterly change their lives and build literally a global business from your front room, your back room, your bedroom. And, you know, you don't have employees and all the rest of it, all those negative things that go with it. You just have to focus on whether what Jeunesse offers fits with what you want, and the values you have ring with their values, the values of Jeunesse as a business. And I have to say that the more I'm exposed to the way Jeunesse does business, it's always done from the heart. It's done from the point of view of people before profit, and that to me is exactly what I'm personally working towards, is helping other people to change their lives in a way which can completely transform the income they have, the lifestyle they lead, the potential they have for themselves and their children, and the good that they can do for others that they care about. And this, to me, is such an important mission that these guys have got themselves on. And here we are looking at Expo and Disney World. I don't know how many people are going to be there, but it'll be between 10 and 20,000 probably. Pretty staggering kind of number. But what comes across in all of these big meetings that you go to is the vision, the passion, the commitment that these guys make to their business, to the business, to Jeunesse, to the people who are involved in it. The way they've structured it is all about, it's people-centric. It's not, this isn't a profit motive they're talking about. Of course, there is one, but essentially it's about helping the people involved with it make a profit as much as the company doing it. It's a win-win for everybody. So let's just come back to this potential cumulative payout. $50 for a set in the first 7 days. 25 if you do it in 90. 500 for Jade, or 250 if you do it in 90. 1,000 for Pearl in 60 days, or 500 in 90 days, and 2,000 in the 90-day period for people doing Sapphire. If you work with your upline, us, work with us. This is the mantra I keep banging out every time I do these things. It's working with us to help you achieve what you want to achieve. Why? Very simple. You achieve it, we achieve it. It's, you know, this is what people fail to really grasp and understand. This is a joint effort. Our success is your success and vice versa. You know, we can't be successful without people being successful within our organization. A couple of things, or a few things to bear in mind. Note these addresses, because Jeunesse is massively involved in social media. It's part of the world today. Whether people like it or not, it's here to stay, and Jeunesse is completely engaged in it in a way which puts out the positive aspects of the company itself, the distributorship, the success that the distributors and the customers have with the product it produces, the opportunity that Jeunesse presents people, and the success that those individual distributors are actually creating for themselves as well. It's all a win-win-win here in relation to the overall. So, just a quick bit of update on news. Distributor-only training event on the 25th of June. I will be there. I was originally planning to go back to Spain with Sue on Wednesday. I've decided not to do that. I'm going to stay here now until after this meeting. I'll be there at this particular training session. It's a closed meeting for distributors only, Sue. If you've got people you'd like to get to come to this, they need to be distributors. Special guest Luigi De Salvo. He's a highly entertaining Italian, and he's been in the industry for quite a number of years. Knows a lot of stuff. He's here to share some insight and some help and some things that the company are doing, and it's there to help you to well, a couple of things really. One is reinforcing your own belief and opinion about what Jeunesse does, and secondly, to gain some more knowledge and skills. I'm going to be there because hopefully I can help you to do that as well. A couple of other meetings. Tuesday the 14th of June. This is an opportunity meeting, a sort of showcase at the rooms at Brown's in Covent Garden. Really nice venue actually. I shall be there at that one. I will not be at the 3rd of July event, or at least not currently. It all rather depends on what happens, because I haven't actually booked my flight home yet. I may well come to that if I'm still here. I will come if I am still here. If I'm not here, then clearly I won't be there. That doesn't mean to say I won't be engaged in some way or another. So that pretty much gets us to the point where I'm going to wrap everything up tonight. Except to say that, you know, Mondays for us are a sort of update night. We do opportunity webinars sometimes on a Monday evening at 8 p.m. UK time. We cover lots of different topics: product knowledge, personal development, distributor development, particularly in terms of what do you have to do. We're here to give you great value and service. And I know I may sound like a stuck record here, but it only works if you work with people. And that means that puts an onus on both of us, both as distributors and as upline, if you like. And that implies some kind of hierarchy. There isn't. Our job here is to mutually support each other in order to get the best we can out of the opportunity that we've got. Sue and I have just been in this business for a very long time, so we've got a lot of experience which we want to pass on to people. That experience can be invaluable to you in your business development and help you short circuit the success that you get. Because I can tell you from our personal experience, you know, the first 3 or 4 years we were in networking was pretty hard work. We made every mistake possible and made no money at all. In fact, we probably lost a lot of money in that time because we really didn't know what we were doing. And it was just a kind of it was a different thing to going to work where, you turn up at 9, you've got a task which is written into your job description, you get on and do that, you go home at 5:30 or whenever you've finished it, depending on the kind of employer you've got, and you get paid at the end of the month. That's not what happens with networking. A lot of this is down to your own personal motivation, activity, your drive, your ability to learn and to share and to get on and do it. And a lot of people don't measure themselves properly. And that means that, when you're working, you're going to get an appraisal every 3 months or 6 months. Your boss is going to pick apart all those things that you don't do well, because that's what they do. It's this question of measurement. That's not necessarily leadership in terms of the corporate goals, because they're setting the agenda. Here, you're setting the agenda. But we want you to do that with us, because we can help you to create that agenda in a way which will take you to an income-focused point and a success-focused point. And we're working together as a team. We'll get an awful lot more out of it. So, as it says, as Sue's written here, if you need help, contact us. That's our job. That's what we want to do, is to help you to be as successful as you want to be. Our Skype addresses are there. Stick in a request. Susie, or the email that we use for our business is there, viva121@gmail.com. And actually, that's Sue's phone number, and there's no reason not to contact her on that number. If you want to get me for any reason, try my Skype. You can always contact them through Sue. I just haven't put my number on there. You've got a pen handy. It's 44 707 881 7881. That is 818 787. So 7881 87. All the 8s. So for tonight, thank you everybody. Your time and your attention. I hope you found this useful. This promotion is second to none. It can totally transform your business and rapidly take you towards a really solid income by getting to Sapphire over the 90 days. Our job is to help you do that if that's your goal for yourself. We can do that together, or you can try and do it on your own. I don't have a problem with you doing it on your own if you know what you are doing. I know you hear that a lot, but really, really, trust me, our experience says if you work with us, we'll get there much more quickly. So thanks everybody for your time tonight. I hope it's been helpful, and I look forward to speaking to you next week.